guys, so today I'm going to talk about something quite different than makeup and beauty stuff. I asked you if you had any requests for any videos or anything like that, and some of you asked me if I could do a how I stay fit and how I stay healthy video, and I thought, you know what, I think I'm going to do that. So let's just get into it. Okay, so for me, health is not about being really slim and small and, you know, like anorexic kind of looking. That is not healthy to me at all. For me, healthy is very different depending on who you are, what your body size is. You know, some people, they're actually really healthy when they're kind of like a little bit chubby, and it definitely depends on how your body's built and how your bones are, if you've got thick bones or small bones. So it depends on a lot of different things, and healthy to me is when you eat a healthy diet, when you exercise, and when you're happy. Those three things are actually the most important things for me, and that is three things that make you healthy, in my mind at least. Firstly, I'm going to talk about exercise and what I do to stay fit and healthy. I have been dancing since I was 2 years old, and therefore my body is kind of like, it's been shaped into a dancer's body. I don't know if you can see it on me. I mean, I can see it because, you know, I see my body, obviously. My body, because I've been dancing since I was 2 years old, have been developing these kind of like dance muscles, which are very long and so on. And yeah, I mean, I've been dancing my entire life since I was 2 years old. I've been dancing mainly ballroom and Latin, but I've always been dancing several times a week, and I still do that. Right now I dance 3 times a week, Monday, Tuesday and Thursday, and yeah, I mean, to me that's actually the only like exercise that I do. I personally hate going into a fitness center and working out in there, because that thing with lifting weights and so on, that's just not me at all. I am not into that at all. It doesn't do anything to me. I think it's so boring, and I'm one of these people that I get bored quite easily when it comes to like fitness and so on, and that's why dance is amazing for me, because I move to music and I do different kinds of moves, and you know, there's so many different kinds of dance styles as well. It just never gets boring in my mind, at least, so that's really good, and that's why I dance 3 times a week. Otherwise than, you know, like just regular exercise, I also walk a lot. I mean, I'm not like into running and all that jazz, but I do walk a lot. I live in a city, and I can kind of like walk to whatever I need to go to, or else I'm biking. So yeah, I walk a lot. When I have to go do my groceries, I walk. When I have to go to town, or you know, like anything like that, I walk. When I have to go see a friend or some family, I walk most of the times. So everything is kind of like close to me, so it's very easy for me to just like walk to things. And also just when I go shopping, you know, I just always walk, because first of all, it's easy, it doesn't cost anything, and you know, you get free exercise. That's really cool. So that is actually like my health fitness routine. I don't go to any fitness center. I have tried it, and I've also tried like spinning and some other kinds of different fitness things that is really in and so on. And honestly, I find it so boring that I only want to do it once, and then I'm like, oh, it feels good, but I'm not going to do it again because it's boring and it just doesn't get me at all. So dancing is my main exercise during the week, and yeah, I would definitely say that both for boys and girls, you know, go dancing. It's so much fun. Also, the thing that I really love about dancing is that you get to burn off a lot of calories, and plus that you get in such a happy and bubbly mood, and it gives so much energy. Even though that you use a lot of energy, you also get a lot back. So when I go from a dance class or something like that, I'm always like in a really happy mood because I've listened to some really great music and I've just done something that I really enjoy. So no matter what, obviously you just have to find some kind of like sport or exercise or fitness thing that makes you happy and feel good with yourself afterwards, and that obviously also work. Find something that really inspires you and makes you want to do it again and again and again and again, because that is the magic thing towards staying healthy. Then when it comes to food, I have grown up in a family where we never really ate that much candy or sweets or chips or anything like that, like fatty foods and McDonald's and just stuff like that. I never really ate it when I was younger. Honestly, my memories from my childhood is actually running around with carrots and rye bread and just eating that. And the funny thing was that for me, carrots and apples and so on, they were kind of like sweets in my mind. I loved eating carrots in the evening instead of chips and so on, because you still got that crispy feeling and it just tasted really good. Obviously I also ate like chocolate and sweets and so on. I was a child, you know. That is kind of like my upbringing. My upbringing has had a lot of input on how I am today when it comes to food and so on. Now that I live by myself in my own apartment, I do a lot of cooking. Obviously I have to cook food for myself, and most of the time I make sure that all kinds of bread, either it's rye bread or whole grain bread. I don't eat any white bread at all. I can't even remember the last time that I ate some white bread. First of all, because I think it's so boring to eat. It doesn't really taste of anything and it's just like eating air. And secondly, I love whole grain bread. I think it's such a nice taste. And third of all, just white bread is so bad for you. It's got a lot of calories and it doesn't really fill you up, you know. After you've eaten like 3 pieces of white bread, you can still eat like 10 afterwards. So it doesn't really do anything good to your body. It's got no vitamins, no anything in it, so it's just really bad. So I also make sure that I eat 3 times a day at least, and that's probably like either breakfast, lunch or dinner, or lunch, dinner, and then some evening snacky stuff. And actually I'm not really a morning person and I hate eating breakfast, so actually on normal days for me I actually eat lunch, dinner, and then some late night snack. And that's just what works for me. Obviously it depends on who you are, what kind of routine you've got. If you have to get up like 5 in the morning, then I do understand that you have to have some kind of like energy, like in form of breakfast. So that's totally fine, but I don't get up that early. So to me, when I just wake up, I just feel like I've got such a bad taste in my mouth, and then I have to go brush my teeth, and then I just don't really feel like eating anything. So yeah, for lunch, I normally eat like a really good salad with either shrimps or chicken. I'm trying to cut down on my red meat because I just don't like the thought of meat coming from animals and so on. I just don't really feel like that I've got a normal, healthy relationship towards that. The meat that I'm eating is actually from an animal. That's just, it's weird in my mind, and I want to have respect for that animal. And yeah, that's a whole nother story, so I'm not going to get into that. And then I don't eat any dressing or anything like that because I'm not really into dressings. And then I just make sure to have a nice big portion. It's just packed with vitamins and minerals and just really good stuff for you. So then for dinner, I like to have something that's a bit more like filling, I guess. And therefore I do like cooking some either some brown rice or some whole wheat pasta or whole wheat spaghetti, something that fills you up a bit more. And then I obviously also have some kind of like chicken or something like that with it, and obviously also some vegetables. Oops. And then for my late night snack, I really, at the moment, I'm in love with like natural yogurt blended with some vanilla powder, and then with some chopped up bananas or apples, that's also good, and then some dark 70% or more dark chocolate, That is heaven, and I swear to God, I eat it almost every single night because it's just so good. And the good thing about it is that it's just, it tastes like a dessert, but it's not. It's still really, really healthy. Bananas are healthy. Dark 70% chocolate is really, really healthy. Yogurt, fat-free yogurt is really, really healthy, and I could just keep on. You know, it's just such a healthy little dessert. That's kind of like my diet, if you can call it that, and I just stick to it because it makes me feel really, really good, and it makes my body feel really good, and it makes me energized all during the day. And that's kind of like the importance. You need to find a diet that suits your body and your body type and makes you feel energetic and fresh the entire day. As I said in the beginning, I don't think that being healthy has anything to do with your body size. I actually watched a TV show, I think it was yesterday, something like that, about different body sizes and how you could actually be healthy even though that you're like really, really big. So it definitely depends on your genes and your body type and just stuff like that. So if you're a bit like chubby or anything like that, don't feel like bad about it. Just make sure that you have a healthy diet, that you exercise, make sure to move, and just also make sure that you're happy, because that was my third point when it came to being healthy in my mind. That is that you are happy. To me, to exercise, you know, dance and so on, and also to eat healthy stuff, that makes me extremely happy and makes me feel good in my own skin. And that is what people have to figure out. They have to figure out, okay, I get really, really happy when I go run, or when I do some CrossFit, or when I'm at spinning classes, something like that, you know. You need to find out what makes you happy, and if it is to play basketball or play soccer or something like that, you know, then you have to do that, and then you have to stick with that, because that is, you know, like exercise that makes you happy and fresh, and that is really, really important in my mind. And then also eat some food that is really good and nutritious, something that makes you stay fit, obviously, but also don't be fanatic about food. I mean, so many people are like, okay, now I'm never going to eat dark chocolate again, or I'm never going to eat sweets again, and then 2 weeks later you eat it like a crazy person. Don't set up these kind of rules to yourself. Just make sure that whatever you eat, there's a purpose with it. And if you feel like eating a candy bar or something like that, tell yourself, you know what, I just need to eat this today because I feel like it, and then get over it. Don't blame yourself for eating anything bad. Just be happy that you give yourself a little treat, and then exercise some more, or, you know, like, just don't eat as much as you normally would on that day if you get a piece of cake or anything like that. Be healthy in your mind, in your body, in your soul, and be happy with who you are, how you look. Be happy with your body shape, with your inside. Basically, just be beautiful from the inside and out. You know, if you're happy and positive, then that will spread to your body as well. That is kind of like my mindset about it. If you're happy and content with who you are, if you exercise well, if you eat well, your body will show it as well. So that is my healthy tips and tricks. So just remember to be happy, be yourself, exercise, eat well, and that will make you happy and feel really, really good in your body and in your soul. And yeah, that is all from this video. I've got no more to say. If you have any questions for me, then leave them down below in the comment section. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I really hope that you found this video helpful. And if you did, please leave a huge thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And if you like any more kinds of like tips and tricks videos to anything else, then leave a comment down below as well, and let me know if you like more like how to be confident or anything like that kinds of videos, if you get what I mean. So yeah, let me know what you think. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and have an awesome day. Bye!